Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got a really fun unboxing video to share with you guys. Just an unboxing today, no review, but we have something new from Serge Panchenko, and I'm always really excited to check out his stuff because it's interesting. It's usually quite a bit different than your conventional, the stuff we typically see on the surface level production knife market. So thank you so much to Serge for sending this in. I don't get to keep this to my knowledge. That'd be great, but I don't get to keep this most likely. It'll go back to Serge when I'm done. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. I would imagine he sent this to me because these are about to drop or they're about to be available. So I'll try to make this video timely and include the appropriate links in the description so that you guys can check this out if you want to. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. So what do we have here? Oh boy. Okay, so this is a Midtech, the Gen 5 of this. I was wondering if we would ever see the return of it. A Midtech made from, I'm just reading a note he sent, made for me by Millet Knives in Idaho. Very cool. So this is US made. That's awesome. Titanium handle and CPM S35 VN blade. Pretty cool little pouch here, honestly. It looks like something, if you pick these up, then you get a little pouch that you can use for more than one thing, more than just holding the knife. And maybe I should say blade. I don't know if knife, if this is exactly what I think it is. Oh, this is in like a cloth of some sort. I almost, oh my God. It's a hank. I almost called it a burp rag, and that's because I have a 7-month-old, and that's what I refer to. Everything that I can use as a burp rag. But yeah, I don't know if I would call this a knife or what, but this so far, oh yeah, this is different than, so those of you who remember the original know exactly what this is. This is the coin claw. Oh boy, how does this deploy? It's not an auto, is it? Oh my gosh, you could have put, this is an automatic Metal Complex. A good thing I was going to try to use this like a button lock. You could have written that on the car. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. This is the only, what would you call this? Would you call this a knife, or would you call this an auto? It's an auto blade, a coin blade. Now, I know some people are going to, go, I don't like the gimmicky stuff, and that's perfectly fine. And other people are going to go, oh, cool. Like, it's kind of a little trinkety blade object. I'll go pick one up. Before you go and look at this link, understand Midtech and made in the USA. Those are two big words, two big indicators, right? If you're not familiar with those words, it's all right, right? Especially if you're finding me from TikTok or YouTube Shorts and this is kind of your first venture into the knife world, those words right there, made in the USA and Midtech, are immediately associated with substantially higher price tags than most people enjoy choking down. These are incredibly expensive objects to make, and the reason is because they're doing them small batch, 100% or 99% in the USA, with little to no outsourcing, with labor costs being incredibly high for the USA, and with it being a smaller company that's not mass producing things like Benchmade, Spyderco, Kershaw, etc., right? That means the cost of these is going to be super duper high. So these are more like, it's fully functional, but this is definitely more of a knife enthusiast collection piece, and that is definitely who they are targeting with this, which is fine, right? I think this is really cool, and I bet there's probably a better way to like put it. How do we get it to go? Okay, so this is a little painful to use to push back down in there because it's like a sharp, it's not an actually sharp swedge, but it's a thin swedge, right? So I guess this part is what I would use to, to put that. See, oh, I don't know, it's a little bit scary. It's not that it's bad, I just need to learn how to do it. I've never had an automatic coin blade before. So yeah, that does work, and this is recessed. So if you were to carry this in your pocket, it would be really difficult to get it to accidentally go off. But will it work? Yeah, I think this would be like a cool, very totally unnecessary, but very fun little in the moment letter opener, package opener thing like that. The last one that I had was manual, and I think it was a production knife, and I stupidly gave it away. That was very dumb. So if Serge does not intend for me to keep this, I will probably buy one because I think these are really fun. What is it, Sarah? CPM S35. Feels really good. It definitely feels like it mid-techy, kind of like, super high-end, small batch USA semi-custom, right? That's what that means. Midtech, it means semi-custom. And to elaborate further for people who are not familiar with that term, because the history of that term is kind of all over the place, currently it means something slightly different than it originally meant, but instead of being something that is handmade or full custom, it's something that is produced in small batches here and then might have hand elements like hand tuning, hand fitting, hand finishing, polishing, whatever, depends on the knife, right? But there's a big category of this stuff that you would refer to as mid-tech when the entire thing is not 100% produced by machine, right? So that's in a very foggy way is how we refer to stuff like this. But the original definition of mid-tech is, who came up with it? Was it Can Onion? You guys can look up the history of that because there's a readout on it somewhere on the internet. But yeah, this is really cool and it's fun because it's different, right? We don't see stuff like this. It's a little, is it hollow ground? Yeah, little hollow ground, little talon sort of blade there, like heavy recurve, right? Let's hawkbill, I guess we would call that a mini hawkbill, which would be great for kind of tearing into packages and stuff. Let's measure it. So the I don't know the best way to measure this. So opened up, I guess the longest measurement would be 3 1/4, just shy of 3 1/4 inches. Your blade length, I don't know, 1 1/2 maybe. Cutting edge is a little shy of 1 inch. There's a nice, so there's a sharpening choil here, but I think putting it in, considering you have this area here, sharpening this might be a little bit tricky. And stropping it would also be a little bit tricky. So this probably, here's the other thing. If you are exclusively using this for quick, simple cuts, tearing into like gaps in boxes where it's just tape holding things together and paper and stuff. If you're using it for that, you probably will never really have to sharpen it, right? But if you're really tearing through cardboard and stuff, then yeah, eventually you're gonna have to sharpen it. You might actually, run into a few issues there, but something to think about, right? It just depends on your reasoning for buying it. Let's go ahead and weigh it real quick. So it's all titanium. The titanium, or the whole frame is titanium. Then you have a coil spring in there, obviously, and then you have the S35EM blade. I don't know what the button's made out of. I would guess steel. So 2.2 ounces, no surprise there. That's pretty much spot on what I would guess. What do I have out here that I can do size comparisons with? Here's the baby shark. What do we call that? The shark, the nano shark. Here's the Civivi Vision FG. Do I have anything smaller? Excuse me, Pyrite Light. Here is the Civivi Baby Banter. Most of what I have out here today are budget blades. Vosteed Raccoon, right? So you can get a good idea there. But yeah, this is really fun. This is a fun one. Definitely not for everybody, especially when we find out what the price tag is, which honestly, I don't even know. You're looking at multiple hundreds of dollars, almost certainly. But either way, very cool. Not sure that this is going to be something I do a full review on, but it is fun, and I always like the stuff that Serge comes up with. So anyways, that's going to be it today, guys. Thanks so much to Serge for sending this in. What was the Hank? I never actually... Oh, wait, it's not a Hank. It's like a bag. It's like a big... No, yes, it is. No, it isn't. What is this? Is this... Oh, yeah, is this like... Well, is this what you put like around your neck? Like to keep yourself cool? I'm not an outdoorsy enough person to know. I feel like that's what that is. Oh, what do we have here? We got the Plague Doctor on there. Very cool. I feel like that's what this is. But anyways, thanks so much to Serge for sending this in. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.